You quoted St. Augustine earlier, where you said the New Testament is concealed in the Old Testament is revealed in the New. Could we talk about typology a little
Oh,
bit?
yeah.
Typology being the study of person, places, or events in the Old, which for those at home, which foreshadow a greater reality in the New. How did that work for Jesus Christ? How is he the new Adam, maybe the new Moses, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, I wanna just pause for dramatic effect because, as we pivot to typology, you know, it is a hobby of mine. It's a hobby of many people, but it needs to become something so much more than a hobby. It needs to become something that, I'm gonna have an eye appointment soon to see what my vision is. Spiritually, we need an eye exam because typology is how we need to view not only sacred scripture in the living tradition, but we really need to view our world this way, reality, not just back then and there, but here and now. And so I want to just kind of give an advertisement for typology. One of my favorite writers, an expert on the early church fathers, Jean Danielou, Cardinal Danielou, was a great Catholic Church historian in the 20th century, and he wrote a book, From Shadow to Reality. And actually, the original title was Sacramentum Futuri, and so the English translation might be a little misleading. But in any case, about halfway through the book, he said something that I had to reread and reread, and that is that prophecy is nothing other than the typological interpretation of history. Full stop, mic drop. Say what? Prophecy, we tend to reduce to messianic predictions.
Mm.
And so, like our kids in a restaurant might connect the dots while they're waiting for their dinner, on the placemat, that thing.